Hey, this is Patrick Jenkins with Wealth Advocates. Thanks for joining us for another video. One of the most important things for us is an educated client. Wealth Advocates focuses on your wealth in 5 different ways. Obviously, we look at your investments, but we want your investment plan to match your income plan. We want it to match your estate plan, your legal documents. We want it to match your tax plan, and we want it to be appropriate for your risk. And so when we look at anything, those are the 5 elements we look at. Today, we're going to talk about how to review your 2021 tax return. And this is very specific to people who are working right now. And we have created a checklist to help you review it. But if you need assistance with it, we would love to dive in and walk you through what occurred in 2021 tax return and how to enhance or better your position in 2022. Our tax chart that we're going to include on this email includes things like family filing issues. Things I want people to look at are, did you take the standard deduction or the itemized deduction? If you took the standard deduction, your cash contributions to charities could be between $300 and $600 that you could deduct from the tax return. The better idea is if you have larger contributions, cash contributions to charities, we really ought to bunch those in certain years so that you have certain years you take the standard deduction and other years you take these charitable large bunching contributions. Here's another question. Do you have dependents under 18 years old in the house? So if your modified adjusted gross income is between $200,000 and $400,000, you can claim the child tax credit. If you paid expenses for qualifying individuals, those are individuals under 13 that might be dependent on you, and you had to pay for child care for those individuals so that you and your spouse could work, you probably could qualify for another dependent care credit. You'll see that on Schedule 3, Line 2. How about the AMT tax? That's an old school tax that still shows up on our tax return. You see that on Form 6251. So if you had to pay AMT last year, you need to consider the following. We should look at strategies to reduce AMT by minimizing large capital gains or lowering income by maxing out your retirement contribution. If you paid AMT, a significant amount of AMT in 2020, I want you to check Form 8801 to see if you received credit for doing that. Here's a couple more family filing issues. If you owed more tax, look at Form 1040, line 37. It will tell you that. If you got a higher refund than you expected, look at Form 1040 again, line 34. That will tell you you received a higher refund than you anticipated. If that's the case, we ought to look at is it a unique circumstance that occurred in 2021, like the sale of a highly appreciated investment or something else of that sort? We can see that by comparing the last 2 years of tax returns. How about if you failed to withhold enough, or maybe you underpaid your estimates? Look at Form 2210 and Form 1040, line 38, and let's just see what that penalty and the amount might be. Other issues I'd like you to start looking at, investment income issues, like is there any interest being reported? You'll see that on Form 1040, lines 2A and 2B. Are dividends being reported? That's on Form 1040, lines 3A and 3B. How about if your earned income is subject to a Medicare tax? Is your modified adjusted income above $250,000, or were there any capital gains or losses reported? Finally, we're going to look at retirement plan issues. Are you making a deductible contribution to a traditional IRA? Are you making contributions to a Roth IRA? Did you make a non-deductible traditional IRA contribution? Did you convert stocks from an IRA to a Roth IRA? Here's an important one. Did you take any COVID-related distribution from a retirement plan in 2020? Or do you have any stock options or equity compensation? All these things are very important to your filing of 2021 taxes. So if you haven't filed, take a look at the checklist that I've attached in this email, and you'll see a whole bunch of things that I'd love for you to consider. If you have filed, the checklist is still valuable to you, but what I'd love to do is talk to you and look at your tax return for 2021, explain what happened, and then let's discuss what we can do different or maximize more of in 2022. With that being said, have a great day and good luck in tax season.